Okay, about to begin. All right, welcome everybody to today's webinar here at BINA. We're also on Facebook Live over here. It might be easier to hear on bina.com.au. So today's topic is, will a godless society honor its parents? One of the values, unfortunately, that we see decreasing and people less valuing its importance is the value of honoring one's parents, and in general honoring the elderly, looking up to an older person. Now, of course, people are still standing up for old people for elderly people on buses, and probably giving their elderly parent or grandparent a phone call once a week. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a real respect, a sincere respect, actually looking up to that person, having real conversations, respecting their ideas, trying to learn from them. We seem to be, the generation gap seems to have never been wider, and the attitude that the youth know best, the young people know best, has never been stronger. Another change in society that has been happening over the past number of years is the fact that society is becoming more and more secular, less godly. God is less found in society, less mentioned in society. People are becoming increasingly less religious. Do these two things have any connection? Is there a coincidence there? And what I want to suggest today is that there is actually no coincidence. There is a strong connection between the fact that society is becoming more and more secular and the fact that people are losing the respect to the older generation, to parents specifically, but in general, the older generation. Now, obviously, just before we continue, we're obviously not talking about individuals. I'm sure there are many, probably most individuals who do not believe in God or are secular, probably also honor their parents, and I'm sure there are many religious people who don't. We're more talking about now on a societal level. If we want to ensure that society continues to honor their parents, grandparents, the older generation, perhaps we need to also ensure that society remains a God-believing place, a godly place. What's the connection? There is a mitzvah in this week's parsha called Shiluach Hakan, which means if somebody sees eggs of a chicken or of a bird that they want to take, but the mother bird is sitting upon the eggs, the mitzvah is that in order to take the eggs, we need to send away the mother bird. Send her away, and then only we can take the eggs to eat or to do whatever we want with it. Now, the morality in eating meat in general or taking the eggs in general, we have discussed a number of times, but we're going to focus on more the idea, the concept that we need to send the mother bird away. The verse tells us as follows, uses the following expression. The pasuk says, Shaleach tishalach es ha'eim, send away the mother bird, ves habonim tikach loch, and keep the children for yourself, leman yitav loch, in order that it should be good for you, v'arachta yomim, and you will have arichus yomim, you will have long life. The Kli Yakar, Rabbi Shlomo Ephraim from the 16th century, one of the most fascinating commentaries on the Chumash, explains and points out that the same expression, Leman Yitav Loch, V'harachta Yomim, that it will be good for you and you will live long lives, is also said in the mitzvah of honoring your parents. We learn in the Ten Commandments. Honor your father and mother in order that it should be good for you and you will have arichus yomim, you will have long life. Now, what's the connection between these two mitzvahs? The connection between these two mitzvahs are obvious. Honoring your parents is about showing respect to your parents. Sending away the mother bird, says the Kli Yakar, also emphasizes that point, that we're saying that we're not going to go and take the eggs right in front of the mother. That would be disrespecting the mother bird to some extent, and therefore we need to send away the mother bird and only then take away her eggs. So the concept there is the same. Obviously, with the way it practically is practiced regarding a human being and an animal is totally different, but the concept there, the concept of respecting and honoring the parent, the mother, in both of these mitzvahs are similar. What's the reward for keeping both of these mitzvahs? Leman yitavloch, that it will be good for you. And he points out that it seems to imply this is like a automatic reward. You keep this mitzvah, automatically it will be good for you. What does it mean it will be good for you? So he says a very simple thought. He says, if your children see you honoring your parents, they will honor you. And especially when they see you keeping this mitzvah of sending away the mother bird, they will also honor you more, because they will see that not only do we show honor to human parents, we even show a measure of respect and honor to animal parents. So how much more so they should show respect to their parents, and therefore leman yitavlach, it will be good for you, because if you want to live a life where your children respect you, you need to show respect to your parents, and you need to even show respect to animal parents as well. Why does it result in long life? What's the connection between the concept of honoring your elders, your parents, to long life? So says Rabbi Shlomo Ephraim, says the Kli Yakar, that honoring your parents brings a greater awareness of God in your life and in society. A closeness to God equals long life, because God is the source of all life. But what I want to focus on is the next point he makes. Why? Why does honoring your parents bring a greater awareness to God? The reason is like this. Honoring parents means the concept, the drive, what's expressed by honoring one's parents is that I am not just here. I don't just exist. I was put here by somebody. And therefore I need to show respect and honor to that somebody, to those people, namely my father and my mother and my parents, and that means also my grandparents, who put them there, who put me into this world, who chose to have me and actually put me into this world. And therefore there is this commandment to honor one's parents, because it brings a recognition that I'm not just here. That it's not just me, myself, and I started and I finished and that's it. There's nothing outside of me. Rather, somebody actually put me here. That brings a greater awareness of God. Because just like I wasn't just put here, so too the world wasn't just put here. The world is not just here out of the blue, randomly by chance. Rather, there is a creator to the heaven and the earth. There is a creator to the world. And therefore, we need to show honor to that creator as well by listening to what he says and living our lives by his laws. Therefore, he says, honoring your parents and this being brought to the next level by even honoring animal parents emphasizes the existence of God, emphasizes that we're not just here by chance, and we weren't just put here, and we weren't here forever, but somebody actually created us. Comes out like this. If we believe in God, what that does is it makes an awareness of somebody outside of us. It means that there is somebody out of my little me. There is somebody who transcends me. There is somebody who made me. A godless world is a selfish world by default. That means that the world is all about itself. There is nothing outside of it. There is nothing which transcends it. There is nothing which made it. A selfish world will automatically produce a selfish society. A selfish society will automatically produce a selfish person. A selfish person only looks inside themselves. So what if someone made me? I'm here. What's important is me. Where it all starts is believing that there's something higher than me. There is somebody that made me, and that then brings me to the realization that I need to honor the one who made me directly, which was my parents, which automatically leads you back to the one who made all of reality, all of existence, which is obviously the creator of the heaven and earth. That's God. In the parsha, then continues with the next commandment, which is when you build a new house, you need to build a roof, a fence around any high surface around the roof so somebody shouldn't fall off. What's the connection between these two commandments? So the Kli Yakar explains that when I honor my parents, God gives me the merit to build my own home. What's the connection? Because as we just explained, honoring parents is not only about honoring your parents, it's about building society on a God-based life, on a creator-based life, on that I'm not just here and I was created. Since I helped God to build his world, the reward for that is that God will help you build your life, and you'll be able to build your own home, a place where you'll be able to dwell and live. So the conclusion of here is like this. Let's invite God into our lives. Let's try impart to our children and to ourselves that we are not just here, and it's not, and although we're very important people and we're very valuable people, but it's not all about us. We shouldn't be selfish. We should also look upwards. Look at who created us. Look at who made us, who chose to give birth to us, and that will produce a selfless society, a godly society, a society which honors their elders, honors their parents who put them there, and ultimately honors God. Have a wonderful day.